Roll up, it's time for the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, the first ever 32 team edition in this format. The FIFA Club World Cup, to me, it's the USA testing their facilities ahead of the main international country World Cup that will be taking place this time next year. But what does it mean for Algerians, or what does it mean for Africans? Well, there's 4 African clubs taking place at this competition. You've got Ahly and Sundowns, and you've also got Wydad from Morocco and Esperance Tunis as well from Tunisia. So, and what they've done is across the last 4 years, they've taken any CAF Champions League winner, not pyramids, they'll be in the next Club World Cup in 2029, and also looked at the CAF overall club ranking based on the African clubs' positioning in CAF Champions League in the past 4 years, and these are the 4 best performing clubs over the last few years. That's why they've qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup. Ironically, the team in 5th that narrowly missed out was an Algerian club, Wydad. They narrowly missed out to be in this tournament. They were 5th in the overall ranking, got to be in the top 4 of Africa to qualify. I mean, watching Mahios against Real Madrid would have been interesting to say the least. So they narrowly missed out. So no Algerian club. Some Algerian players though, and of course African sides playing some of the world's best teams as well. So let's go group by group and preview each one and predict what I think is going to happen. Group A is really interesting actually because you've got Inter Miami, who of course have Messi, and they will be at home of course as well, and they're managed by Mascherano. You've got Ahly from Egypt, the Egyptian champions. They narrowly won that Egyptian league title ahead of Pyramids. You've got Porto and you've got Palmeiras. Now, I don't know why many people don't think Miami are going to get out of this group. I think Inter Miami are going to advance from this group, and I think they're going to come first. Are we just forgetting that not only are they at home, I know they're only created in 2018, they have got the GOAT, Lionel Messi. It doesn't matter who, what, where or when. If you have Leo Messi, you have got one hell of a chance. So I'm going to go Inter Miami in first and Al Ahly to finish second. I think Ahly are good enough to get out of that group. When you look at who's in there, the European team is Porto, respectfully, they're not a Real Madrid or a Man City, and Palmeiras as well. I think Inter Miami were Messi, and I think Al Ahly, the Egyptian powerhouses, after what happened to them at the FIFA Intercontinental World Cup, where they narrowly lost on penalties in the semi-final in Qatar, I think they're going to make up for it and go through. So I'm going to go Miami and Ahly to go through. It's not a good Porto, and I don't think Palmeiras are good enough. Group B is way more straightforward. You've got PSG, the Champions League winners, and a lot of people's favourites for this competition. And they are in there with Atletico. Now, Atletico are not at their peak right now, but having said that, they should be putting away Seattle, who are at home, but not great, and Botafogo as well. So I think PSG first and Atletico in second coming out of that one. Group C, you've got Bayern, Boca Juniors, Auckland, who are semi-pro from New Zealand, and Benfica. I think if Bayern play the main team, they're going to absolutely walk this group. God knows what's going to happen to Auckland against Bayern in the first game. I'm actually going to go Boca Juniors to come second again. The best team in Portugal is Sporting, and they're not here. They'd probably go through, but I don't see Benfica doing it. So I'm going to go Bayern in 1 and Boca Juniors in number 2 there. Group D, you've got Chelsea, LAFC, who had to do a playoff to replace Club Leon. They've got Giroud and Lloris, of course. Esperance Tunis, now this is where it gets interesting. You've got Belali and Tugay, remember, missed a Sweden game to get ready for this tournament. Their first game is against Chelsea. Are Chelsea going to play Palmer and Delap and these guys? We don't know. But whatever you think, Belali and Tugay are going to play Chelsea in game 1. That's going to be a cracker. Now, regardless of what I think or what you think about Belali, I don't want him in the national team, but I want him to do well. I want him to play the Arab Cup with Algeria. And, you know, if anyone's going to try and be techie and take on Chelsea's fullbacks and Reece James and Cucurella, it's going to be him. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Belali can do. I'm looking forward to seeing what Tugay can do against Chelsea's front line. But I don't think Esperance can get out of this group. It's a bit tough. I think Chelsea will come first, and I think Flamengo will come second. I think Esperance could beat LAFC, you know. Giroud against Tugay will be interesting, but I'll go Chelsea 1, Flamengo 2. Group E, you've got River Plate, Urawa from Japan, Monterrey and Inter. Now, Inter, of course, got battered in the Champions League final 5-0, but I still think they'll go through, and I think Monterrey will go through as well. River Plate, they'll be close, but not enough. And Urawa in fourth. Monterrey might even come first. I'll go them and Inter to go through. Group F, Ulsan HD from Korea. Fluminense have got Thiago Silva at 40 at the back. Mamelodi Sundowns and Dortmund. Now, of course, Dortmund, not just with Ben Sebaini involved, he's made the trip, but Elias Benkara, the young defender who could well play for Algeria, is in this group, is in this squad, and we could see him in action as well. Now, looking at this group, I think Dortmund come first. I think Sundowns we're going to want to bounce back from the disappointment of that African Champions League final. And I think Dortmund are going to come first. And I think Sundowns are going to go through. So that's two African teams I've got going through. I think Sundowns are going to come second in this group. I think they're going to beat Ulsan HD. I think they're going to lose to Dortmund. And I think they can get something against Fluminense as well. Sundowns are a good side. Ronwen Williams, listen, we know about him. The world doesn't. And they will soon. I think Sundowns in second advance. So that's my prediction for Group F. Group G, a bit more straightforward. You've got Man City, Ahly, Wydad, Casablanca and Juventus. I think it's a shame that it's the current form of Wydad. If it was Wydad of 2-3 years ago, they might have done something. I think if it was Bakane in this group right now, they would have done something. They're the best team from Morocco at the moment. Man City, of course, we're going to see Rayan Ait-Nouri in a City shirt for the first time. And we're also going to see, of course, Rayan Cherki, whether you like it or not, in a City shirt for the first time. But City should be comfortable. Juventus in second. Ahly have signed Rui Patricio in goal and have got the Togolese striker Kojo Laba, who scores for fun in the UAE. So they'll come third, and I'll go Wydad in fourth. And Group H, you've got Real Madrid, Pachuca, Salzburg and Al Hilal. I think Real Madrid come top. Of course, Xabi Alonso, Dean Huijsen, Trent in there as well. And I think Al Hilal have been given a nice draw. And I think Al Hilal, even though they've got a new manager from Inter, the guy that lost Inzaghi the Champions League final. He's a good coach. I'll go Al Hilal in second. If Al Hilal, with what's happening in the Saudi Pro League, want to be taken seriously, respectfully, they've got to put away Pachuca and Salzburg. So I'll go for Al Hilal to come second in that one. So you've got, in terms of Algerians, you've got Ait-Nouri, you've got Ben Sebaini, you've got Tugay Belali, and you've got two youngsters as well. Elias Benkara at Dortmund in the squad. And at Atletico, Rayan Belid is in the squad as well, also eligible to play for the Algerian national team. I hope Belid gets some minutes for Atletico. I think this cup's a good idea. I think if you're European, you downplay it. But if you're an African, Algerians, of course, they're going to be excited to watch Belali. Egyptians and South Africans, Tunisians, Moroccans, they get to see their club play against City and Porto, and the first game, Ahly against Messi. Really, really excited to see that. So I think this tournament's going to be better than people make out. So I've put my fantasy football squad for the Club World Cup together as well. If you want to join that league, there'll be a link in the description. I mean, who's going to win it? Who's going to win this competition overall? I'm not too sure. People are going PSG. I think Real Madrid or Man City. I mean, it's got to be a European winner, assuming these guys take it seriously. They will, especially when it gets to the latter stages. And I think this competition could have a bearing on the Ballon d'Or as well. So let's see what happens. But I think we're going to have, obviously I'm a bit biased, but I'm going to put two African clubs to go through in Ahly and Mamelodi. Excited to see Belali and Tugay against Chelsea and Flamengo. Ait-Nouri at Man City I'm excited to see as well. So you guys going to be watching? Do you want us to cover this tournament on here? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.